What is going on, guys? Welcome to the 33rd episode of Breaking Debates here on the Narik Chase channel. It is me, Narik Chase, of course, as well as my compatriot, Madam B.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking about another movie, and this time we're going to be talking about Leprechaun. Now, Leprechaun is a 1993 movie, a horror comedy, and it's featuring Warwick Davis. Of course, is the iconic Leprechaun who basically goes after people who mess with his gold. And we just got through watching the movie. And what are your, just a quick analysis of what do you think about the movie?
Well, when I first seen it, back in the day, it was alright. But then, the more I guess I hang around you, I notice other things in the movie, like bad script, writing, all that.
So just like if you could describe the movie in one word, what would you say?
Well, now it's actually it wasn't good, you know.
So in Raf's eyes, the movie was, what is the word? It's terrible. Terrible. It was terrible. A bad movie. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? What was it? Mark Jones that directed it?
Yes.
What's wrong with you, Mark Jones? It was a terrible movie. Now, what did you think about the overall story?
Well, since it was the first Leprechaun, and then there have been so many after it, they didn't do an origin story.
I mean, just story for the movie.
The story for the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Finds gold, gets killed. Well, wife gets killed. Let me see. 10 years later, I don't know. The story, it could have been a little different from the way, from all of it,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Could have been a little bit different.
The story is just like bad. I mean, it's an interesting story. You find a pot of gold of this leprechaun, and he's coming to get you. I can get behind that, but the way everything was executed, like the movie was uninteresting. There was nothing really motivating anybody, and it just lacked urgency. Like, this guy is coming to kill us. Like, it did not feel like that. Because the whole time, what was he doing? Playing.
Mm-hmm.
He was running around, jumping in bushes, hiding under cars, disappearing in the cabinets, skateboarding. Like, come on, rollerblading. What kind of stuff? Come on, not really. Stole some little kid toy car, and which I still don't understand where he got that from.
The pawn shop.
Why would that be in a pawn shop? Like,
Maybe it was like a classic car from, back in the day.
a classic car from Toys R Us. That's what it looked like. But, okay, let's talk about the characters. What do you think about the characters?
Like which one?
Just any of them.
Well, the first two, the O'Grady's, they really didn't have a big part in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Aniston.
The character Tori.
Yeah, Tori. She was like a little spoiled brat. She didn't make it like believe she was complaining. All through the movie.
I could actually get behind her being a spoiled brat, because you taking this city girl and putting her in the country, so that doesn't make sense for her to be spoiled.
Yeah.
But it'd be different. But do you think, like, did the character like develop over the course of the movie? Like, was she humbled? I kind of want to say she was. She was humble.
Okay, like.
No, like now she wouldn't be a spoiled brat. Like after what happened in this movie, like she ain't gonna be a spoiled brat anymore.
What does being chased and almost killed by a leprechaun got to do with her being a
No, development.
Don't you you
Don't take stuff for granted, you know. Because in most movies, that's what happens. You turn out, come in one way, some tragic event happens, you change.
I guess, but you know, she was wanting to go back to the city until she saw the dude.
Which that was poor, right? All of a sudden, you want to change your whole life because you've seen this hot guy, and it's like, wait a minute, you were in the city. I'm quite sure you've seen a whole bunch of hot guys, so you want to stay because of this one dude who happened to show up with a bunch of muscles and everything. Like he wasn't even ready. What's his name, Nathan? He wasn't even like wearing a uniform or nothing. The dude's about to go painting and stuff. That was like literally. And what happened? They had to. It was one thing for him to wear a t-shirt, but it was another for him to come out with that vest on. Why? Because it emphasized his muscles. So Nathan was one of those pretty boy characters that you find normally in these '80s movies that really has no substance. Like there was like nothing about his character except he was a pretty boy, and he looked like Kevin Bacon from Tremors. I mean, his character was like, but the one character that annoyed me. In fact, I got behind Jennifer, and I went back and looked at some reviews, and they said Jennifer Aniston's character was a spoiled brat or whatever. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like for that story, makes sense. Because if you move me from here to the country, there's going to be some conveniences that I've grown up with that I don't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that really does make sense. But almost all the other characters sucked. You got, what is this, Otis? Or what is his name? Ozzy.
Yeah.
He was literally the worst character. And I don't understand why these '80s movies always have to have these tropes. You have to have the pretty girl that's kind of snobbish. You got the pretty boy that's nothing to him. You always got one character that's like mentally challenged, and there's always some kid.
Yeah, a kid to think he's badass.
And then the one thing I did notice, there was literally no interaction between Nathan and that kid most of the movie.
No, actually it wasn't, and they were supposed to be brothers.
In fact, Aniston's character seemed to be more connected. Well, what's the word? Alex and Ozzy, they seemed like they were close. Okay, but Aniston's character, Tori, actually seemed like she was more closer to everybody, because when stuff went down, she was trying to attend to Nathan. When something happened to Ozzy, she tried to attend to him, and then the little boy, she was like trying to look out for him. So she seen Tori's character. That's what I mean by humble.
Okay.
Like that worked out. I think they actually did do that. I know Aniston said that's one of her worst roles, but I don't think it was her performance, and I don't think it was her character. I think it was more of the direction.
Okay.
Like, okay, so what did you think about the Leprechaun?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, funny.
I mean, Warwick Davis does do the role, but I did not like the character.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know who he is now without all the green stuff on his face.
Yeah, that's the dude that played in Willow, and they're not the only two movies I could think of being in. Is Leprechaun and Willow. But Willow was actually pretty good. I think he even had a role in Harry Potter. Go down and look at his filmography.
He actually played in Leprechaun 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, he was in all the Leprechauns.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey, he was in Star Wars. Is Yoda? Okay. Hold on, go down. Yep, he was in Harry Potter.
And Leprechaun, Back to the Hood. So, yeah, he played a pretty good role in with the Leprechaun series.
Okay. But I didn't like his character in this movie because I feel like his character was he was just phoning it in.
Okay, well, seeing how it was the first Leprechaun. You know how it is, like with the first of everything.
He's always in all of them. He's like that.
Really?
Yeah. He's always acting like over the top. He's always goofy. He's always
I mean, Leprechaun is, he's a little short little person. I mean, he can't be a little goofy, as he's
no. I mean,
killing.
no. I mean, this I ain't got nothing being against him being like goofy or whatever. But my thing was, his main motivation was they got my gold.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it was he was doing stuff that didn't have nothing to do with the gold. Like when he went after that cop, I'm like, why? That dude didn't mess with your gold. And then he wasn't like, they got my gold, I'm going after them. It wasn't like that. He was messing with them, but it was like, okay, y'all got my stuff, I'm going to kill you until you get my stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Leprechauns are also, noted for play, and
you made that up, I bet you.
they are, no, okay, look it up. All the way back,
like I think it's a good premise. Like but it's just I felt like he was too goofy. It was too much like fun. It's like, no, go to the horror thing. How many people did he kill? Like 2 people? No, 3 people? Throughout the whole movie? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude, he, like I said, he does a good job with the character, even though he is a bit over the top. Mm-hmm. And then another reason is I felt like it should have been one of the things I would have liked to seen is there be some kind of personal connection with the characters on some kind of level. Like, think about it. Mm-hmm. I would have liked it been like this kind of cat and mouse game between him and Aniston, because the other characters were irrelevant to it, but it wasn't like that. So it's like, okay. And even with the gold, like I said, he played with him, but he wasn't like overly serious. Like, it'd be different if he already had his gold and he just wanted to mess with them. But it's like, okay, no, you stole my stuff. Give it, you know what I'm saying? Mm. I could play with you later, but give me my stuff first. And then another thing which got me was in the movie was, of course, the script was terrible. There was one instance, remember the part where the store owner had the coin, right? Mm-hmm. Went to the store owner to get the coin, but he knew where the coin was. That's why he went there. Mm-hmm. But if you realize, he really never engaged any of them before that. I mean, he scratched the girl, and he messed with the fat guy when he first got out. But it's like, wait a minute. If you knew he had the coin, you were at the people that were at that house. Why didn't you find that stuff first? Like, he didn't know that the coin was in the fat guy. He didn't know the coin was in the whale. The rest of it was in the whale. It's like, but how did you know it was at the store owner's place?
Well, he did follow them. Maybe he followed the boys to the store.
But he still, I mean, think about it. It's like, but how did he know? But then, if you think about it, why didn't he get it in? Because I'm like sitting here watching. I'm like, you talking about?
Okay, you said why didn't he get the gold? Then they had hid the rest of the gold and took one coin out.
But how did he know that they had the coin? Because if you think about it, he followed them, meaning he had to know they had it. But how did he know they had it?
I don't know, but anyway, if he just wanted the gold, mess with him a little bit, and then after, what happened after they gave him the gold? He went back, he counted it, he noticed one was missing, and then what did he do? Went right back after him. If everything was there, he probably would have left him alone. But during that time that he didn't have his gold, he messed with them.
That's just the thing. It's like, if you stole something from him, I'm not going to mess with you.
Scare them a little bit. They're probably first time seeing a leprechaun. Mess with them a little bit. They're known for play.
But I don't know. Like I said, I personally think that he should have been more serious, especially if he was so dead set on getting them coins back. Mm-hmm. And then if you look at it, I don't know if you noticed it, but remember when he had the bag of Cause give it a back.
Hold up. It says the leprechaun is said to be a solitary creature whose principal occupation is making and mending shoes, and who enjoys practical jokes.
But why incorporate that with the coin? It'd be different if he was like, he already had his stuff. Then he went to go mess with somebody. Like he said, hey, you know what? I'm finna just mess with this family. Just for no reason. I mean, this is basically what I'm saying. Get your stuff, take care of business first, then play later.
Okay, then why would he want to play when all he wanted was his gold?
But that's what you just said. They're known for that.
Yes, but during the time, hunting for his gold and messing with them.
Okay, I put it like this. If you did not know that they stole that gold, you wouldn't have known that that's what he wanted. That's what I mean. Like nobody knew why he was messing with him until like the last 10 minutes of the movie when he actually mentioned the gold. That's what I'm like. That should have been like right off the bat.
The boys knew.
I don't even want to say they knew because he never asked. Well, the dude did know, but the leprechaun never directly.
Okay, well, Ozzy, but they didn't believe Ozzy. So.
But that was just at the beginning before he even showed up. But it wasn't like when he when did he first attack him?
Attack who?
When he first showed up to them.
To all of them, when he first showed up, was when Nathan got caught in the bear trap and he came out.
But he didn't say it then. He didn't say, "Give me my gold back then." And then everybody would be like, "Okay, what gold is he talking about?"
When Nathan got caught in the trap, he didn't say that. He was just, playing around with him.
And yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you wouldn't have known that man wanted that somebody stole his stuff.
Maybe he thought they knew. But maybe he thought they all knew since the two boys knew.
He would have still said it. He would have still actually said, "Look, give me my stuff back. I know y'all took it." And then they would have been like, "Okay, what stuff are you talking about?"
Okay, well, it is the first Leprechaun, so
I mean, it was okay. It was a crappy movie. I tried to pass it off or whatever. No, it's actually a pretty crappy movie. It could have been better. It was a great premise, and like I said, the dude that Warwick Davis, I ain't got nothing against him as being a leprechaun. Wish he was a little bit more serious because that was too much comedy, especially the part where he was like skating.
Okay, well, just wait till you see the other ones.
Like he was skating and in a little car, like that really shouldn't have been in the movie.
Yeah, if you think he's too funny in this one, wait till you see the other ones. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. I've seen some of them.
Yeah.
But and like I said, Aniston did a decent job. She wasn't terrible like everybody else made her out to be. Did a decent job. I just think it was more of the direction as well as the script that kind of messed that up. Mm-hmm. Anyways, any final remarks concerning this movie? Do you think it was bad? Do you think it was good? Do you recommend it?
I mean, if there's anybody out there who have not seen Leprechaun, so sorry for you.
I'm happy for you. Don't watch it. Do not watch it. Especially Ozzy got on the screen. I swear my eyes and ears started bleeding. I didn't even think I was going to make it back from that one.
Well, anyway, he did a pretty good job. Warwick Davis. Kind of cute, too little still.
We'll just, okay, well, we can agree that, okay, he did an alright job. What about Aniston? You think she did an alright job?
Yeah. She did alright.
What about the other cats?
Well, they were relevant to the movie. So, even if, because you see how when her dad got attacked, took him to the hospital, no more mention of the dad.
Yeah, why would you go to the hospital for a bite in your hand? I mean, the way he was, like he was institutionalized.
I mean, like no more mention. So her dad was irrelevant. It was like just put her and the leprechaun. That would have been it.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, guys, we just want to give a quick recap or review on Leprechaun on here. Tell me what you think about it. I know there's a whole bunch of nostalgia fans think it's a pretty good movie or whatever, but in the comment section below, let us know what you think about it. And get ready to join us for our next edition, which will be Leprechaun 2, unfortunately. Okay, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys in the next edition of the Break of the Baits.
Bye.